time will tell. I want us to go to another big service delivery issue, and you've spoken out about this. But how would you say your province needs to handle the issue of non-South Africans needing access to healthcare? They've been previously blocked. It's obviously a big concern. Our constitution is very clear. How are you going to handle this, Premier?
I still feel that we've mismanaged it, all of us. And I don't want to point a finger at any leave of government. We mismanaged this matter badly. The signals have been there, and I don't think that we responded with the necessary speed. We're very agile in dealing with it. You can't have people that you don't know who they are in our own country. It's not only a risk for our security, but a sudden mushroom of people that own businesses. You don't know where they buy their stock. You don't know where they deposit that particular stock or where they bank. And suddenly we have people that are staying in our informal settlement in our communities that we can't account for as a country, that we don't know how they arrived here, what they do. We don't even have a database of their details, their fingerprints, their idea. If it's not a level of recklessness, I don't understand how to characterize it, or I would not know how to characterize it. So we have to deal with it head on, and we need to come with new methods to deal with it. To stop people from going to clinics and other things might be a piecemeal solution for those that believe it will assist them. But the reality is we are invaded by people that we don't know, we can't account for, we don't know why they're here, we don't know how they came here, and we don't even know their agenda. And if we allow government just to allow that huge number of people just to be where they are, it's a problem. You go to prisons. Almost half of our prisons, I'm told, it's people that we don't even know where they come from, and they've committed serious crimes. So my attitude is to say we understand those that have taken the actions that they've taken. I think they're frustrated, but we need a bigger agenda as government. And I really believe that the sooner we do this urgently, even if to review our legislation, our laws, and also to review our border management systems, and also to put the necessary resources and come with new creative ideas on how best to manage the people that are in our country that we don't know who they are, where they come from, and why they're here.
So I don't want to misquote you, Premier, but what are you saying about those that are seeking access to healthcare that are undocumented? Should they be helped in Gauteng hospitals?
Unless we have changed the issues that I'm raising now, which is regulations, which is the necessary laws and other things, to do that might sound good ethically. It might sound good to those that are championing this particular campaign, and might sound good for them on the basis that they've identified this element. But where we stand as government, we also suffer the same pain, because we can't do budgeting, because we don't know who's coming. We don't know who's here, who's not here. And the numbers that we have are also going beyond our budget. Therefore, it can't be a piecemeal solution by those that are stopping them. It needs a collective approach, both government, NGOs, political parties that have an interest on this issue, to say how best can we deal with this issue so that we can be in a position to elevate the pain and the misery that our people are going through.
Okay,
so it was shared by the ENCA saying our reality is we are invaded by people that we don't know. We can't account for. We don't know why they are here. We don't know how they came here, and we don't even know their agenda. Gauteng Premier Panyaza received. In recent days, activists have blocked access for undocumented foreign nationals at clinics and hospitals, claiming that they are placing an unsustainable burden on the public health system. So after you have seen the video, there's not much to say though. That statement was from Premier of Gauteng, that is Lucif Panyaza. A man is saying that reality is, and he's actually affirming the truth here, saying that we are invaded by people that we don't know, okay, in quotes. And he also says we don't know why they are here, we don't know how they came here, and we don't even know their agenda. So man admits, the government of South Africa admits that South Africa is actually having immigration problem, and they are being actually invaded by neighboring countries, and mostly illegal immigrants. Also, he actually agrees and are saying that. But one thing he says that is that they will send the whole thing to Parliament and discuss the laws that stated about every individual in South Africa deserves healthcare, and that is saying that so they will actually try their best to amend that constitution and see how it goes about it. Okay, so mostly I've actually seen everything in the video from the man himself, Premier Lucif Panyaza. And South African, mostly for the Gauteng province, what is your take from your premier and how do you see things to be? At the comment section, let me see and understand where you're coming from. But other people also share their comments and views too. Well, this one came and says, what has he done about this situation? He can't come here and repeat problems again that have existed for years. Okay, so Jimmy is actually asking a simple question here. He says, what has he done to solve the problem? He's saying that this has been there for so long, which Lucif himself knows about this. So why is he actually trying to let people actually know or notice the same thing that people are discussing and fighting for? What is so different from what he's saying though? And again, this one is saying that that is an admission of failure. Well, that is it though. The South African government have actually admitted that they have actually not done so much well concerning that issue. Now, lots of South Africans have always been complaining about. But again, this one says everyone must go back home and start from scratch, applying to come to this country. In that way, we can have accurate census, and those who qualify to be here will be budgeted for in terms of service delivery. Anyone who is applying to come here and they are not bringing scarce skills, they must not be granted entry in our country. Well, another South African is actually bringing his or her idea, saying that everyone must go back home and then come and start everything from scratch. And then if you are coming to South Africa, you must actually be someone coming with the skills or adding value to the society, not a burden. Okay, and they are saying that if you don't have that value, you should be asked to go back. And again, this one is saying that it is that time, elections around the corner. He will say anything, this one, anything. Well, it seems like the election is actually coming to be around, and these guys are doing everything they can for the vote. And then lastly, this one says they come to work in SA most of the time, because similar to where South Africa is going now, the rest of Africa can also not provide jobs for their people. Africa means export, it's labor. Well, that point here is very sad. We all know how big the continent is. We all know how rich resourced we are. So having to say that our biggest export right now is labor is the worst thing for any humanity, mostly for Africa. It's a shame for African leaders and people as well. Because how can a rich continent like that be relying on only the human capital, human resources, forgetting the vast natural resources that we also have? What is wrong and what are we doing wrong as people? And the comment section, let's have a discussion about that. The name is Vidashi, as always, and we are here to discuss in Africa and African time. Thank you.